First, NCIS Season 24. Cast shakeup details. Officially revealed. The world of NCIS is preparing for one of its biggest transformations in years, and fans finally have a clearer picture of what lies ahead. After months of rumors, speculation, and cryptic interviews from cast members, the first official details about Season 24's cast shakeup have emerged, and they promise to change the series in ways viewers never expected. The long-running CBS drama has survived countless departures and arrivals over more than 2 decades. From the emotional exits of Leroy Jethro Gibbs, Abby Sciuto, Tony DiNozzo, Ziva David, Ellie Bishop, and Ducky Mallard, NCIS has continuously reinvented itself. Yet Season 24 may represent its boldest reinvention since Mark Harmon stepped away from the spotlight. The biggest surprise is the highly anticipated return of Michael Weatherly as Tony DiNozzo, who is officially back for a major role after years away from the flagship series. His return follows the end of the NCIS Tony and Ziva spinoff and immediately changes the balance inside the major case response team. Tony's comeback isn't simply about nostalgia. According to early reports, his return places him at the center of the show's evolving leadership after the shocking death of director Leon Vance during Season 23. That loss created a massive vacancy inside NCIS and left every member of the team facing an uncertain future. The emotional impact of Vance's absence cannot be overstated. Rocky Carroll portrayed the respected director for nearly 2 decades, making him one of the franchise's longest-serving cast members. His departure marks the end of an era and forces every remaining character to adjust to a new reality. Meanwhile, Wilmer Valderrama has hinted that fans should prepare for major changes affecting nearly every member of the team. While he stopped short of revealing specific plot twists, he suggested that relationships, leadership roles, and personal journeys will all evolve dramatically throughout the season. Fortunately, the core investigative team is expected to remain largely intact. Gary Cole returns as Alden Parker, Sean Murray continues as Timothy McGee, Katrina Law reprises Jessica Knight, Brian Dietzen returns as Jimmy Palmer, and Diona Reasonover remains forensic specialist Casey Hines. Their familiar chemistry provides stability even as the series embraces significant change. Alden Parker faces perhaps the greatest challenge of his career. Already leading the major case response team, he now finds himself navigating an agency dealing with loss, uncertainty, and new leadership questions. Parker's calm personality will be tested as never before. McGee also enters Season 24 with increased responsibility. After years of growth from timid probationary agent to experienced investigator, many fans believe he could finally step into an even larger leadership position. His wisdom and loyalty make him one of the team's emotional anchors. Jessica Knight's role is expected to expand as well. Having proven herself as both a skilled investigator and dependable teammate, she may receive more high-profile assignments while continuing to balance her complicated personal life. Jimmy Palmer and Casey Hines remain essential to the investigative process. Their combination of medical expertise and forensic brilliance has become one of the show's greatest strengths, and viewers can expect more opportunities to see both characters shine outside the laboratory. Perhaps the most fascinating question revolves around Tony DiNozzo's place within this new team. He left NCIS years ago as a senior field agent, but he returns with far more life experience, having spent years raising his daughter and rebuilding his relationship with Ziva. That emotional maturity could give audiences a version of Tony unlike any they've seen before. Instead of the carefree prankster remembered from earlier seasons, fans may meet a wiser, more thoughtful investigator whose priorities have shifted dramatically. Of course, his trademark humor is unlikely to disappear completely. The interaction between Tony and Parker is another storyline generating enormous excitement. Since Parker joined the series after Tony's departure, the two have never worked together. Their contrasting personalities could produce both humorous moments and occasional professional tension. Fans are equally eager to watch Tony reunite with McGee. Their friendship defined many classic NCIS seasons, evolving from playful teasing into genuine brotherhood. Seeing them investigate cases together again promises to deliver both nostalgia and emotional depth. Season 24 also arrives during an exciting period for the wider NCIS franchise. Alongside the flagship series, CBS continues expanding the universe with additional projects, creating new crossover opportunities and fresh storytelling possibilities. Ultimately, this cast shakeup is about far more than who stays and who leaves. It's about honoring the legacy of characters who shaped the franchise while opening the door for new stories, new partnerships, and unexpected emotional journeys. For longtime viewers, change has always been part of the NCIS experience. Every major departure initially felt impossible to overcome, yet the series consistently found new ways to surprise audiences while preserving the heart that made it a television phenomenon. Season 24 appears ready to continue that tradition. With Tony DiNozzo officially back, the team rebuilding after an unforgettable loss, and major character developments on the horizon, the next chapter promises suspense, humor, heartfelt reunions, and plenty of unforgettable investigations. If these early cast revelations are any indication, NCIS Season 24 may become one of the most talked about seasons in the show's remarkable history. Fans should prepare for familiar faces, emotional surprises, and a new era that honors the past while boldly stepping into the future. First, NCIS Season 24. Cast shakeup details officially revealed, Part 2. As production on NCIS Season 24 moves forward, insiders suggest that the creative team isn't simply adding familiar faces, they're reimagining how the series functions. Rather than relying solely on weekly investigations, the new season is expected to place a stronger emphasis on character-driven storytelling, allowing viewers to spend more time exploring the personal lives of the agents behind the badges. One of the biggest questions surrounding the upcoming season is how Tony DiNozzo's return will affect team dynamics. Time has changed everyone. Tony is no longer the carefree agent who joked his way through tense situations. Years of raising Tali and rebuilding his life with Ziva have likely made him more patient, thoughtful, and emotionally grounded. That doesn't mean fans should expect him to lose his trademark charm. His quick wit and movie references have always been a defining part of his personality. Instead, viewers may see a version of Tony who knows exactly when to lighten the mood and when to take charge during dangerous missions. His reunion with Timothy McGee is expected to be one of the emotional highlights of the season. The pair grew from competitive coworkers into lifelong friends, and their bond became one of the most beloved relationships in the franchise. After years apart, there will undoubtedly be jokes about how much or how little they've changed. Jessica Knight also enters Season 24 with greater expectations. Over the past few seasons, she has established herself as a fearless investigator capable of handling high-pressure situations. With leadership roles shifting throughout the agency, Knight may find herself taking command during critical operations, proving that she belongs among NCIS's elite agents. Alden Parker, meanwhile, faces challenges unlike anything he's experienced before. Leading a team through uncertainty is never easy, especially after losing a respected director and welcoming a legendary former agent back into the fold. Parker's leadership style has always been calm and collaborative, but Season 24 may test his confidence in ways viewers haven't seen. The series could also explore how different generations of agents approach investigations. Tony represents the classic era of NCIS, built on instinct, experience, and personal connections. Parker and Knight bring a more modern perspective, while Casey Hines continues to push forensic science forward with cutting-edge technology. These contrasting approaches could create fascinating debates inside the squad room, while ultimately making the team stronger. Jimmy Palmer remains one of the emotional hearts of the series. Since taking over as chief medical examiner, he has balanced professionalism with genuine compassion. Fans hope Season 24 gives Jimmy more opportunities to step beyond the autopsy room, continuing his evolution from supporting character to one of the franchise's most respected figures. Casey Hines is also expected to receive larger storylines. Her intelligence, enthusiasm, and loyalty have made her a fan favorite, and the new season could explore her career ambitions and personal growth while continuing to showcase her brilliance in solving the team's toughest forensic puzzles. Another exciting possibility is the return of familiar faces from NCIS history. While nothing has been officially confirmed beyond announced casting, longtime viewers continue to speculate about surprise guest appearances from beloved characters. Even a brief reunion could deliver some of the season's most memorable moments. The writers also have an opportunity to honor the legacy of those who helped shape the series. References to Gibbs, Ducky, Abby, Bishop, and other former team members can remind viewers that even when characters move on, they remain an important part of the NCIS family. Action is expected to remain a cornerstone of the series. International investigations, cyber threats, espionage, and high-stakes military cases have always defined NCIS, and Season 24 promises plenty of adrenaline-filled missions. But what will make those cases truly compelling is how they affect the people solving them. Perhaps that's the biggest takeaway from the first wave of Season 24 news. This isn't just a cast shakeup, it's the beginning of a new chapter. The show is embracing its history while giving its current characters room to evolve, ensuring that NCIS continues to feel both familiar and fresh. For fans who have stayed with the series through more than 2 decades of unforgettable stories, Season 24 offers something special. The return of a beloved hero, the promise of emotional reunions, and the excitement of watching a legendary television franchise reinvent itself once again. If these early developments are any indication, NCIS Season 24 won't simply continue the story. It may redefine what the next era of the franchise looks like. First, NCIS Season 24, Cast Shakeup Details officially revealed. Part 3. With so many changes arriving at once, Season 24 has the opportunity to deliver one of the most emotional premieres in recent NCIS history. The writers are expected to balance action-packed investigations with the personal stories that have always made the series stand out. One storyline that fans are eager to see is how the team responds to Tony DiNozzo's return after so many years away. While everyone will be happy to see him, returning to NCIS won't be as simple as walking back into his old desk. The agency has changed, new friendships have formed, and every agent has grown in different ways. Alden Parker has established himself as a respected leader, and his first meeting with Tony could be one of the season's most entertaining moments. Parker's calm, methodical approach contrasts with Tony's instinctive and humorous style. At first, the two may disagree on how to handle investigations, but over time, they could develop the mutual trust that defines the strongest NCIS partnerships. Timothy McGee is also entering a new chapter. Over the years, he has transformed from the team's youngest agent into one of its most experienced investigators. Tony may be surprised to see just how much McGee has matured, while McGee may enjoy reminding his old friend that he's no longer the rookie everyone teased. Jessica Knight could become one of the season's breakout characters. With her confidence and field experience continuing to grow, she is well positioned to take on more complex assignments. Working alongside a veteran like Tony could challenge her in new ways while giving viewers a chance to see two very different investigative styles come together. Jimmy Palmer and Casey Hines will continue to provide essential support behind the scenes, but fans are hoping both characters receive more personal storylines. Jimmy has become one of the emotional anchors of the series, and Casey's curiosity and optimism make her a perfect fit for deeper character development. Beyond the main cast, viewers are already speculating about possible guest stars and surprise appearances. NCIS has a long history of bringing back familiar faces when fans least expect it, and Season 24 could continue that tradition. Even a brief reunion with a former teammate would undoubtedly become one of the year's biggest television moments. The show's producers also have the challenge of honoring the franchise's remarkable legacy while keeping the series fresh for new audiences. After more than 2 decades on the air, NCIS continues to evolve because it never loses sight of its greatest strength, the relationships between its characters. That balance of humor, suspense, and heartfelt emotion has kept viewers invested through every major cast change. Whether it was saying goodbye to Gibbs, celebrating Ziva's return, or welcoming Parker as the team's leader, the series has consistently found ways to move forward without forgetting its past. Season 24 appears ready to follow that same path. Familiar faces, evolving friendships, and unexpected challenges could make this one of the franchise's most memorable years. If the early announcements are any indication, fans should expect thrilling investigations, emotional reunions, and a fresh beginning that celebrates everything audiences have loved about NCIS for over 20 years. As the countdown to the new season continues, one thing is clear: the next chapter of NCIS is shaping up to be one of anticipation, change, and renewed excitement. Whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer, Season 24 promises a journey filled with surprises that will keep viewers talking long after each episode ends.